Hey guys, this week we're just going to show you a few things that we keep in the patrol for starting fires. The first and most obvious one that everyone knows is just a pack of matches. The only problem with these is when they get wet, if they get wet, they're useless, and it's a little bit trickier starting a fire with just one match. Obviously you can do it, but they don't burn very long or hot. The next step up from that we have would obviously just be a normal Bic lighter, and we've always got like 2 or 3 of these in the car in different places. We pack these little kits at the back of our car that we'll do a video on, but they basically cover all bases, so if all you had was that kit you could start a fire and get water and that sort of stuff. It's probably the most simple and long lasting one is a flint and steel. They last a really long time. You can get like a lot bigger size than this, and they'll work no matter how wet they get. They normally always come with a striker. Strike straight down the rod. It's a ferrocerium rod, so when you strike it just throws a good amount of spark off. Because it's just a spark, you're going to need a really good pile of tinder, which is really fine, like wood shavings or something, to actually get your fire going. You're not going to be able to start a fire with just, small bits of kindling wood. With this one you really need some highly combustible tinder, just because you're trying to start a fire with a spark. But you can do it, and it's always good to have one in there just as a backup in case like the gas in the Bic ran out and your matches were all soaked or something. And it's always good to learn a new skill, so if you can start a fire and get a good fire going with one of these, the others are just going to be that much easier to actually use. Another one we keep is a small pack of the survival matches. They're like waterproof or stormproof matches. The thing with these is they normally come in a little waterproof case, and you can see they're a lot bigger with a big sort of waxed section down there. This kit also comes with a little bit of cotton wool in there to help start a fire up, obviously. The big thing with these is this can get wet and still light, but also when you strike this and it ignites, you can actually submerge the match in water, pull it back out, and it will reignite itself within a certain time. You can't just throw it in the water and forget about it. We always carry with the fire starting stuff a few little things that can replace tinder, so you can start with just really small kindling and your timber, like a little thing of it's called fire dust. It's just resinous wood, which is like your sap from a tree, in really fine shavings. So you could just tip some of that down, spark it with a ferro rod or light it with a match, and it'll go up and burn a fair bit longer than just normal like wood shaving. These are just wax discs, like your makeup remover pad sort of thing, soaked in wax. So you basically just crack these and fluff up the cotton wool section, and your spark from your ferro rod will light that really easily. And because they're soaked in wax, they'll burn for a lot longer. You can buy these little wet fires. They're little fire starting tabs. These burn really long, so it gives you a lot longer time to actually build the heat and get your fire going. But what is a cheaper, easier version of this, if you just get a pack of cotton wool balls and some Vaseline, what I do is just sort of tear the ball apart kind of in half and smear like a little dab of Vaseline in it and then wrap it back around. So when you strike your ferro rod into the cotton wool, it starts burning, and that heat starts burning the Vaseline, which is petroleum jelly, and it will burn for a lot longer than just the cotton wool ball. That's just a cheap, easy way of not getting these, really. And then what we do is I just normally do up like 20 of those and throw them in a Ziploc bag. These are the Baddest Bee wax fuses. It's more or less the same thing as the Mini Inferno. It's just tightly wound cotton strands soaked in like a wax. So same deal, you just break it apart, get the small fibers out, strike into it, and it burns for quite a while. We actually got it with a kit, so we got this fire striker and the pocket bellows that we've found really handy, not just for starting fires, but if you've got a large fire and it's sort of suffocating itself, like it's not getting enough oxygen, just a small like stainless steel telescopic tube, it's a wide opening on one end and a really narrow opening on the other end. So you just blow in the large end and it just pressurizes your oxygen, I suppose, and you can just sort of poke this in underneath the bigger timber if it's not getting enough oxygen, and it will really pump the air in there and get it going. Okay, the other one that is a bit bigger, but we've come to really like, is the Everfire stones, which we did a video on. There was a lot of interest in these when we did the video, so we're going to actually give away another kit, so just keep watching this video and we'll show you how to win a pack for yourself. They're basically stones that you soak in metho. They eliminate the need for tinder completely and basically kindling as well. You can't just go straight to like a log really and start a fire, but you can use a lot bigger timber and one of these, strike your ferro rod or lighter or match or whatever. They light really easy because of all the metho, and they burn really hot really long. You just place it in under some smaller timber and it will get your fire going without really worrying about the hassle of starting it from tinder, then kindling, then your wood. The Everfires are also really good if you've got a bit of damp wood, because they burn so hot and for so long. They actually help sort of burn through that moisture and get it actually alight and burning. This looks like a lot of stuff, but it's sort of separated through the car. If we're going away from the car, we've always got something like it as well. You can buy these little waterproof cases on eBay. I think it was like less than $2 or something like that, really cheap. It's just a little case and it's got a rubber O-ring sort of through it. In here we've got a lighter, a pack of the stormproof matches, some of the wax sticks to break out, and cotton wool with Vaseline, and a couple of other little things to help get a fire going. Get one of them, lock it up, throw it in your car somewhere, so then no matter what happens, like even if you drown your car in the middle of nowhere, you've still got something that you can rip out and start a fire, not freeze to death, which is pretty likely to happen in Australia, but just in case. So if you want to make yourself a little waterproof fire kit or just any of these products, we'll put like the eBay links below if you want to go check any of them out. And if you want a chance to win a Everfire kit for yourself, just one of these with the 3 stones in it, just go on Facebook and like the Everfire page. We'll put a link down below straight to their page. Like their page on Facebook, put a comment down below this video and you're in the chance to win. And what we'll do is we'll just, for the winner, we'll pick at random and just reply to your comment. We'll do it in a week from when this video is uploaded, so by the time next week's video is up, you'll know you've won. That's how you become a pyromaniac and have way too much stuff to start a campfire. I know you can do it with just one match, but there's things out there that make it easier, so why not have them if you can fit them. So that's just gives you a bit of an idea of some of the stuff we use and have in the car. But yeah, you don't need it all, but some of it's nice to have and play around and start fire and make it big. Okay, so thanks for watching this video, guys. We'll be back next Friday with another one, and hope you enjoyed it. See you next Friday.